Oh shit, people! I didn't even realize it was episode 500, but it is, and I'm happy about that. Proud of that. It's pretty dope. And tonight's episode on Backpacking with Sturdy, episode 500. Yes, that is, like I said, episode 500. Ichi the Killer. Yes, yes, we are backpacking to Japan tonight, people. And let me tell you this. It was, oh my gosh.
It had a little bit of everything in this bad boy.
It was crazy as shit. It was a wild fucking ride that I enjoyed. And I just want to tell you guys, like, the title episode, because I do the music and all that. So, Horrors Are Sturdy, episode 500. Time for some action. Redman, link is in the description. Dicing up Ichi the Killer. But anyways, Redman, link is in the description. Go check that out. Dope song. Wait till this episode is over first, then go check that out. But guys, how the hell are you? How the
Going
hell
good, man.
going?
I'm doing fine. Thank you again for having me, and happy 500.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
And by the way, Trevor, this is an invitation for you.
Okay.
If you can, if you're free, and if you will, I need you here for these backpacking with Sir Sturdy. I know you love foreign horror just as much as James and I do.
I will try to be on as many as I can, because I think maybe I'll be doing some late night ones too.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. By the way, there's going to be some foreign horror over on Sturdo Vision.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it all depends on what my old ass can actually
I say the same thing.
Yeah.
I do it rare. I do it rarely for that midnight one.
Yeah. Listen.
I feel it the next day.
Listen, all I'm saying is I can't wait for it to happen.
I don't have that young blood no more.
I'm going to speak this to an existence. I'm going to get a really fun horror movie, a fun foreign horror movie. It's really weird and strange. And we're all going to be there for that watch party and that review on Sturdo Vision. Just wait for it, people. Just wait for it, people. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Scene Snobs, what's good? What's good? Make sure you guys go check out the Scene Snobs. It's a great, fantastic show. Fantastic. If you're not over there following them, you're fucking up. Yes, I said it. You're fucking it up with a capital F. Oh, man, guys.
How many addictions did they show? Addictions/fetishes they show in this fucking movie?
Oh, a lot. I mean, that's just
Christ.
The top of... Well, no, it's actually kind of the middle of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's not the main shit, boy. Damn.
Well, I'm curious. What did you guys think of the movie?
It was wild as hell. Like I said, it had a little bit of everything in it. It wasn't just like, oh, this is a fucking mafia shit going on. You know, what was it?
Yakuza movie style.
Yakuza movies type shit. You're like, wait a minute, there's the R word thing in there. There's torture. Right. There's body modification torture.
Sadomasochism.
Sadomasochism. Like, what is going on with this movie? I was just like, I was in awe. My wife watched it with me. She goes, what the fuck are you watching? She's like, oh, she's making sound and shit with certain things. But it was crazy, man.
It is one of the most visceral films ever made. And it, I'm just going to go ahead and, jump in to that one item that seems to come up, no pun intended, with every Ichi the Killer, discussion. And, okay, so Ichi is a young man who is most likely being brainwashed by this crazy man named Gigi. And the film opens with this wonderful montage of bicycles and, very boom, 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 almost Tetsuo references. But he is looking in on a couple that the man is brutally beating the hell out of the woman. This is not when he actually does anything about it. He is literally just staring in. And next thing is you see ejaculation.
Yep.
And for that
Took her off the
ejaculation
plant.
is CG. Now, here's the thing. Shinya Sakamoto, who directed Tetsuho, actually plays Gigi. And many people have felt that it was actually Mike's ejaculate that was used. No, it was Shinya Sakamoto's, I don't know if I can say that word, ejaculate that was used. And to quote Mike, he couldn't make enough, so some of the crew pitched in.
Wow.
What the
Quote
fuck?
unquote from Mike himself. So there,
Yo,
we bridge that big one right there.
Japan, I'll give you props for crossing lines. God.
This movie crosses lines.
They're like, yo, we're making this realistic.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's
man.
crazy.
They don't give a fuck.
Ah,
Well, this is what's amazing.
Imagine being
about
on that
Mike.
set. You're an actor. They're like, hey, jizz in this bucket.
Okay, there are stories about Shinya Sakamoto. Now, Shinya Sakamoto was the director of Tetsuo, Snake and June. He was also appeared in films like Marabito. Also, via interviews with Mike about working with him, he is just a crazy person who, at times, to get into character, will leave a mess somewhere, quote unquote. So you've got some pretty messed up people actually in this film. And the thing is, Shinya Sakamoto and himself is another director you just have to check out.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to because
I'm in.
this. Joe, how's it going, man? How's it going?
What's
Hope
up, Joe?
all is well. And I hope to see you tomorrow, Joe. I hope to see you tomorrow.
If you ever seen this movie, chime in. Give your thoughts on it.
Yes. If you've seen this movie, definitely chime in because this is one of those. And if you haven't seen this movie, all right, put it like this. If you can watch some crazy stuff, there's gonna be a few
Like trigger warning shit.
Yes.
Trigger warning. That's a good way of putting it.
Yes, there's a lot of trigger warning stuff. It's crazy though. It's fucking yo. All right, I gotta tell you one of my favorite scenes in this fucking movie.
Hold on, real quick. Am I the only one who was confused at first? Where I thought Ichi was the fucking dude with the
scars,
red hair, and the scars.
Takehara.
Yeah, I was confused. I thought he was setting up to become leader of the group. I thought he was on the plan. I thought he was Ichi.
That's it. I mean, if you want, I can give. I'll give you a quick for the people watching, quick synopsis of the film. So I already talked about Ichi. So Ichi is sexually repressed. He is delusional. He is in a constant state of being a child. And Gigi, who is most likely getting revenge for something, is convincing him that every time he goes out and kills, he is killing the bullies that he could not do anything about while he watched a girl get raped. Now that's the psychology behind Ichi. So there's Ichi, and he is a killing machine. He is a complete and total psycho. Now, no emotions. Takehara is this pseudo head of a Yakuza clan, and Ichi kills and well, a good portion of the film and the money. But Takehara is a complete masochist and sadist, and why he is actually looking for his boss and gives a damn is because his boss is what most people into those things cannot be. There must be an element of sadism. There must be an element of masochism. His boss, he's a total sadist. So his boss, he loves him. It's a love story because he wants that level of pain that only that person can do. So, basically it comes down to the fact that you have this Yakuza family that keeps breaking apart, and eventually the lunatic, Takehara, becomes the main target for Ichi. And as I said, there's, all kind of wonderful, crazy stuff that goes on. But the ending, a lot of people find very underwhelming. But honestly, I've always thought the ending was amazing.
It's crazy. It
And
makes you question shit. It makes you think.
well, you don't know who to have sympathy for.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Mike successfully gets us into the psyche of so many polar opposite characters that it's insane.
Yep.
I mean, he's just. I think Tom Mess at one point said that he was a chameleon, which makes much more sense than calling him Maverick or whatever, because this is a guy who made all kind of Yakuza films, all kind of horror films, including the legendary Audition, One Missed Call, and then he made these period pieces that were extraordinarily violent. He started on television, and then he does these amazing kids films. So
Wow.
he does
Does
everything.
everything.
I think currently it's like 120 some directing and acting credits.
Wow.
Yeah, in 25 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Kids, yo, I couldn't imagine the person who made this movie making a children's movie. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, I believe you, but it's like, if you're like, yeah, he made Bambi, or not Bambi, no, maybe not Bambi, but you know what I mean? Like, he made whatever as well. I'm like, what the fuck? Really?
Like the Powerpuff Girls. Like he made
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls?
you have no idea how much that reference means to Shinsuke Mike. But I want to hear more, you guys, about Ichi the Killer, because it is one of my all-time favorite films.
Okay, I'll tell you one of my favorite things about fucking what's this Takamichi I keep forgetting his
Takahata.
name. Takahata.
Mhm.
Fucking I love that part where he fucking pulls the thread out and he unlashes his jaw.
Mhm.
And he fucking bit the dude's fucking hand. The fist.
Mhm.
I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know he could attach his he just pulled the things off and his jaw just opened up like a snake.
Yeah.
It was like
Well, he was the character, and it's Kikihara. Pardon me, it's not Takihata. Kikihara is the epitome of masochist and sadist.
Oh,
so everything about that man, and this is based on a very, very impressive, and unfortunately, I didn't read it all, manga of the same name, and
wow.
it the author of the manga, Hideo Yamamoto, worked quite closely with Mike, and Mike was a huge fan. Mike is a fanboy, but if you talk to him now, he honestly says he doesn't watch movies because he's at a point where he just loves making movies more than
Yeah.
watching them. But he's a very fascinating cat.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, this movie here, my favorite part where he's pulling his tongue out and then fucking cuts his own tongue off with the katana.
And they did it slow motion. They did it like slow, like it was really cutting through muscle.
I was like,
it wasn't like one of those fake, like, because they had some scenes where it was like quick, but they made that one like count. They're like, they're showing how much he could take the pain. They're like showing his character, how sick this guy is.
The Kikihara has a face on him that can very easily be read as true pleasure while he does it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, Kikihara is always looking for an excuse to go above and beyond, pleasure, pain, the same thing, whatever. That is his life's goal, and that is his true love. So, yet again, to me, Ichi the Killer is a love story. It's a love story about unrequited love and, trying so hard. In this case, somebody who falls rather on the far side of kink fetish, looking for their true love. And as you watch this film, Kikihara really starts blatantly admiring Ichi. He's like, this person has no morality. They are a killing machine. They will bring me to my highest orgasm. So Ichi is actually sexualized by Kikihara. And you see that in the end when Kikihara goes to fight him and Ichi starts crying and everything. And he's
he's
so
so excited.
disappointed.
Yeah, he was
You feel
disappointed
so
when
bad for him because he's like, yes, yes, yes. Oh God, you're gonna blue ball me. Oh.
Yeah.
But
So
only to
disappointed.
after several other extraordinarily intense scenes. Yes, there are kids that get whacked. I'm just gonna
Oh
tell you
yeah.
that. Warning. It leads to
Great.
Kikihara actually falling off the top of a building down through the middle like an elevator shaft, in which he screams, "This is great!"
I
That's
was
how
like,
messed
what?
up this movie is and
Yeah,
how messed up the mind of Mika is.
and it was so violent
So
from beginning to end. From beginning to end, just in
Mhm.
one, and it wasn't always violence like fighting
Mhm.
and killing, just violent and just everything. It was I was like, holy shit, what
so
is
much gore
on?
too.
Yeah,
Overkill with the spraying of the hose out of the neck.
the
It was
next, you know what?
like
I'm glad you brought that up though, James. And I'll say this before we dive into our ratings. I'm glad you brought that up because what I was thinking of when I was watching it. It was because it was the how do you pronounce it? Maga,
the
not
manga,
Maga, Magna, Maga. The yeah,
manga,
Manga.
manga,
manga or
Manga,
manga.
yes. Mhm.
manga. I was thinking I like the blood squirting like that because I feel like it
Mhm.
stuck more with the manga that
Mhm. The manga style.
the
Yeah.
manga style. Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
And my first thought was because I haven't read too much manga, but anime, and
Mhm.
anime does the same thing,
Yeah,
which of course,
they do. Anime
They're
overkills.
brother and
Like
sister.
yeah,
They cannot exist separately. Yeah.
the thing goes to anime real quick. The funniest part to me is when they have like a love story going on where a kid gets like a girl does like something like flirty to him or he sees underwear or something, their nose automatically bleeds.
yep.
Mhm.
They go,
You know what?
their nose just squirts blood everywhere. Like they spin
Yep.
in a
Mhm.
circle and
You know
shit. I'm like, what
exactly what
the?
that means.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay,
Well,
go on.
you
That
know,
just
I
reminded me of
honestly
it.
would say this is also one of the best. I mean, because you have to put, even though manga is slightly different, it is a form of graphic novel. It is a comic book. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
one of the best comic book adaptations I've ever seen.
See,
Unfortunately, I've
I
only
never,
read about half of the original, but it's crazy fun.
I
And
didn't even know this was a manga.
oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to
That's
there's a
find it.
crazy.
lot. A lot of Mike's work actually are in, adaptations of manga, and that's where Mike's you know um, extreme, violent, sadistic side can live beside a side that actually generate. I mean, he had control of it, and he even took the stars on several world tours. He
Hmm.
created a television show that is literally so sickeningly sweet. It's called Idol X Warrior Miracle Tunes, that is so sweet. It's about teen girls finding their magic through magical creatures. He actually developed and directed that. It exists. Yeah, so this is a guy,
Maybe that's
who can
another
do so
form of
much.
torture.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I mean
That's another
he's
form of torture. It gets itself. He's like, why am I making this? I feel
he
great.
exactly. Well, he also views everything as a challenge. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If somebody gives him something, they know that he's going to do it in a very distinct manner, and they usually let him run with it because, especially more of his, child fare, like the Great Yokai War, were huge, huge successes.
I like that.
Mhm.
Like this. I want to see more of his work. I have
Oh,
to see more.
it's so there's so much. And yes, he has movies that are more degenerate than this film.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I love how you said that, James. Oh
I mean,
shit.
I mean, we didn't even talk about the scenes yet.
But
Real quick, let's talk about the with the girl where he stretches out the nipple and he just runs a fucking
Yo,
look like a pizza cutter across them.
mhm.
she got her nipples cut off, man. The nips were just beep, 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 gone. The first thing I did when I seen that scene, besides laugh, was pick my phone up, go to the Sturdo Vision group chat, and I was like, "Yo, this movie, Ichi the Killer, this chick just got her nipples cut off, and there was no explanation. I just put my phone down after that because
Okay, the
I had
worst
to tell
scene, man.
somebody.
The
Huh?
most, to me, painful, the worst, craziest scene in this whole movie was when they got Suzuki, and he had them all up on the hooks,
Mm-hmm.
and he was
Yeah.
pouring the hot freaking grease on them.
Mm-hmm.
You seen the sizzling? I was like, oh, I had a chill down my spine. I was like, oh my god, how is he alive? He's dead. He's not living that. There's no way. Come on. He just poured it on the back of his head. Oh, come on, no way.
Well, there's where the dark humor of Mike lives, because Mike's violence, in my opinion, falls into two categories, and that is extreme shock or violence that honestly does what violence should do, and that is make you feel slightly repulsed or generally repulsed by it. And it lives directly beside, Evil Dead 2 on steroids, black, dark humor. And that's the aura of his work, is just an amoeba of those two
I
things.
love it. I love it. It
Yeah.
was just a shocking awe. I was like, oh my god, this guy's way of torture is in. He put the thing to his cheek. He went off through bottom to the top. He was just torturing this dude. Then he was like, okay, I'm done frying up my what was he cooking? Shrimp?
Mm-hmm.
Tempura, right?
Tempura,
Yeah.
yeah.
He just walked over
The man
nonchalant.
is hanging and goes, tempura.
Yeah, he's just walking all nonchalant, just nothing, no facial, just in his crews around him. He just turns the pan, just pours it on the dude's back. I was like, wow, man.
Well, that was a intensely sadistic, very fetishized scene. But one of the things, I've been a humongous fan of Japanese cinema for so long, and that especially includes 1970s. And for me, one of the most shocking things about that was not the direct violence, but was how he ruined a complete back tattoo of a higher member of the Yakuza.
Yep.
Showing that he has no desire to be responsible to anybody's code.
Yep.
Making him an outsider to begin with.
Yep.
Because as far as the beginning of the movie, everybody's going, everything would be fine if you didn't just stop doing the crap you do. And he's allowed to do it because he and Anjo, the boss, are very, very close. Yeah. So Kikihara can just do whatever he wants. So now that, that was also a thing. Now that Anjo is not in the picture, the other people around him are not going to put up with his bizarre sadism.
They kicked him out.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go back to the tongue scene real quick. So that's what made me laugh about that scene too. You have all these. He was like, "I'll pay you with my," like he basically said, "I'll pay you with my body." He was like, "A finger's not going to cut it." Like they've seen this before. They're like, "I've seen fingers. It's no big deal." But when he did the tongue thing, every high boss, powerful, badass guy in that room were like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" They all jumped back. Like they're like, "This guy's insane. Get him the hell out of here."
This is the thing. So the character that was basically the voice of that Yakuza syndicate for Anjo as he disappeared, actually after that ends up in an institution, and the next time you see him is on a screen in which he's basically just fallen apart.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. And the thing is, he got up. He was like, he basically is like, "Okay, are we good?" He spits out blood. He gets a phone call. He's taking a phone call, showing no pain or anything.
Yep.
When he's talking to the chick later, and she's
he has a soul. She's like, "Oh my god, does it hurt?" He goes, "Oh, the human body regenerates. You got, you'll be, yeah." He's like, "You can be surprised what it can do or something." I'm like,
that's not shit I'm going to test out.
Nuts.
I'll just
believe that also was kind of a weird flirting scene between the two of them.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the elements that is so over the top for a lot of people. That okay, so Karen who is a prostitute who has connections to that family.
Is she the boss's
Stumbles
woman?
in. What's this?
Angel's was that wasn't Angel's woman, like the
No,
head
it's
boss
not his
lady?
woman. It's his woman for a very,
Oh,
very short time.
oh,
So
okay.
she walks in to the area that Anjo has been told by the person who owns it. It almost looks kind of like a brothel / bar that he can't come in, because if he comes in, he's going to create problems. So what does Kikihara do? He decides to throw him on the floor and pull his cheek as much as he possibly can. So Karen does not know him completely, knows of him, and she sees this and she falls in love. And she jumps in, and they both basically have an orgasm while ripping this guy's face off.
Yep.
So they're in seventh heaven. They found what they thought is, their one. So you then go to a scene that I can see would be disheartening for a lot of general viewers, of Kikihara and holding on to chains and being hit repeatedly, harder and harder and
She's
harder.
wailing on him.
And then at one point he looks at her and says something to the equivalent of, "Well, you'll never be Anjo," just
Nope.
to get the worst of her, and pow. And then he's just like, "I can't deal with this. I'm over."
Yeah, I'm over
She
it.
disappointed
It's
him.
not
So
working.
he yet
Yep.
again was disappointed in love. He
Yep.
couldn't get what he wants.
So it makes you think, like, what the hell was his boss doing? Hitting him with bricks?
Hitting him with something.
Literally, there's somebody out there probably doing something.
Is that all the scars came from? Maybe that's where he got the scars
that's
from.
all,
His
that's
all
balls?
over his
body
body. Yeah,
modification, piercings. Yeah, this is the kind of guy that you assume probably had his penis cut in half on purpose.
Oh,
He's that kind of character.
God.
Which actually not on, well, he doesn't want it, but there's a character who kind of has that almost done to him.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Yeah.
He's like, you just keep hearing the scissors going.
Yep. But somebody came in at like the right time or something, because they all look back.
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah. They're like, huh?
Oh man.
Oh, okay. We got to talk about the two. Now they were cops. Am I right? The twins, shady cops.
Well, I don't know if I think that from what I remember, is they were basically bottom feeders that probably were getting paid off, that were basically working as a cleaning crew or whatever. They're kind of Tweedledee Tweedledum, honestly, but they're a nice comic relief.
They are. They're very funny, especially when they weren't getting nowhere with the girl. He was like, "I'm going to have to let him out," and the other brother was like, "Are you?" They put on the dog ears.
Yo,
he basically upgraded. He was like, "Okay, yeah, I can find him." He just go start sniffing the girl's crotch.
Yes.
Get the scent of his dick or something.
That
and we found him quick as shit too. He was outside the window.
See, I don't know. Maybe I've seen too many movies, but that is just kind of humorous, but not in any way shocking at all.
I
don't know what that says about me.
No, it just made me laugh.
You've seen a lot of shit.
But
that's the second one. That's the second one where I picked up my phone. And I think in this one I even hit up the group chat with us, James, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you're like, what the
I
fuck?
was
This guy just
I was
sniffed this girl's crotch.
Well, I'm not gonna say what I said in the group chat because I was a little more vulgar. But I was like, he sniffed her crotch. I was like, he put on some I thought they were cat ears, and I was high.
They were, yeah.
He put on some cat ears and started sniffing this chick's crotch, and then wow, just wow, like, and that honestly, that was as crazy as that sounds to some.
It's not that weird. I hate to tell you.
It's not that weird, and that's not all I'm gonna say. That is not all I'm gonna say.
Hey, as long as people are doing it in a consensual way, and nobody is hurt, God bless them, and do what you want to do.
Well, what I was gonna say is that was like the most innocent thing that happened in this movie.
Yeah, no, it's true. He just sniffed. Other shit went down.
And I'm just
Oh
like,
my
holy
god.
shit. And then
That's why I said this movie had a little bit of everything, man.
what was crazy too is that the violence in it towards the women, they wanted that. Like that was, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How was that a turn on?
Oh, it was like that type
Well,
of brothel or something. It was like beat the
It
shit
was
out of me and get off.
crazy.
okay. So one of the overlying things of this film and Mike is Mike likes extremes.
I see.
And the manga is also equally extreme, if not a little bit more.
Oh,
Um,
for sure.
but you know, I can see somebody reading this movie as being extraordinarily misogynist. And it's not. It doesn't really take any sides except for the fact that it allows some of the major characters to really develop their character based on their specific, which makes them even an outsider within, which is key to like a lot of Mike's work. It might come off as this is crazy, this is weird, but it really is not that much thematically versus like say his Dead Alive movie or any of the buddy Yakuza films or yeah, it's there's he's very transgressive, but I don't think he ever really he never says anything that makes distinct judgment. But yeah, it is really intense and somewhat scary to watch a movie in which you understand that there are people out there. Many of them are dealing with some severe mental illness, and others are not and are perfectly fine, that want to be demolished.
Yep.
And yet again, it's a consent thing, but this
Oh
is a
yeah.
movie that is a laundry list of things that you do if you want to scare the living hell out of a church lady. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
she dies and she has a, pre-reserved place in hell after watching this film. And it does it better than any other film I can really imagine.
Crazy.
But it was entertaining at the same time. Like I was like, I couldn't turn away. I could not
It's
fucking turn
paced
away.
beautifully.
Yeah.
And
It's
wildly.
It's
Mhm.
so crazy.
It is. It is. I am
I do
about
have
to,
one. I have one little thing that I don't hate it, but it made me laugh so much because it was so silly. I was like, why did they do this? So
Mhm.
the older guy who's brainwashing, the
Mhm.
fight scene with him and the fucking the one main bodyguard dude, like the one
Yep.
that
Mhm.
gunman or whatever, where he's aiming a gun at him and everything. He knocks the gun away and stuff, and they're about to fight. Where he takes off his coat and it's CGI. It's just a big muscle dude just
Mhm.
flexing and everything. Then he goes and basically crushes every bone in his body, twists every arm, snaps his neck. It's just how it looked because you could tell that wasn't his body. His head was like floating.
Mhm. His head was
It didn't match.
CG'd on.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
made me laugh. I was like, why did they put that in there?
It's a weird scene. The only thing I can really think is it does kind of go into the thematics of, you know, things aren't always as they seem, which is very key to Ichi because yet again, his whole memory and his whole existence, which might be nothing more than, fear of his primal rage to actually forcefully take people, is created. There is actually a sequel called Ichi One, which came out in 2003, that tries
wow.
to pick up with some of the backstory that the manga fills in much more. I only recommend it if you don't know it and you're a huge fan of this film, because it's not as good. But it's
Okay.
a prequel. So if you want to go a little deeper, something to go. But something I wanted to ask you guys, because this can be a very decisive thing. What were your feelings about the use of CGI in this specific film? Remembering it was 2003, I think.
Like
Um,
I didn't
I wasn't too
mind
mad at it.
I didn't mind it at all until that one
Hmm.
scene just made me laugh because everything else was
Hmm.
fine. Like when Itchy goes in and he just does the axe kick and slice the dude, and the silliest body split.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just like
Yep.
it just tipped over and everything. It was like
Yo,
I didn't mind it. It was like they put like a little comical into it. They're like,
yes,
oh, we're gonna make this scene funny.
I'm gonna bring up another funny one. Is he fucking kicks the chick's leg off. She hops out the room.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, she
the
really
first
just started
major
hopping.
murder. Yeah, the first major murder in which, Gigi's cleaning crew shows up. It's total slapstick from there on.
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie is a comedy, and it is a sadistic slapstick comedy.
It's crazy.
And that's what makes it so great, because it is so many things in literally about its final cut is 128 minutes, but it fits in so much stuff. And I would say, it's worth seeing Audition. It's worth seeing like Aizu, Gozu, Happiness of the Karakoras before you see this, because you then really kind of understand about how good a director he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, another funny. This is gonna be fucked up with me, but another funny scene that made me laugh. So when Ichi's on his bike on it looked like near the water, and the kids were bullying that one kid, and he was just ignoring him. He's just looking and looking, but that one little kid who's leader of that little crew looked at him and knew that, because he didn't say, he's an adult. He didn't say nothing, that he knew he was gonna be a little bitch. He's gonna punk him. And the kid would just keep saying shit, but then all of a sudden, Ichi just fucking back kicked him. And you heard, oh! He started crying, he started dying.
No, before that, though, James, before that.
He just fucked that kid up.
You got to remember, the kid kept talking shit, but then he came over. I don't know if the kid kicked him or something, but he kicked his bike over and called him a jerk. He called him a jerk and kicked his bike over. Then he got the spinning back kick.
But he fucking just back kicked him, bro. It made me laugh so hard.
Yo, I was laughing. Not only was I laughing, I was like, that little fucker deserved it.
He did, but it was so funny though. For some reason it makes me laugh when it was the sound that came out of the kid's mouth when he got kicked.
Oh yeah.
Like, ah!
Oh, I mean, and the thing is, Miike has done a lot more in a lot of other movies. I mean, this is probably the pinnacle of over the top for him. But all I can say is one of his movies, you will never feel the same way about a poodle again. There's just this really bizarre humor to his stuff that either you get it or you don't. So it sounds like you guys definitely get it. So it is. I love a tasty little film. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love dark humor. I loved it.
And next week over here on Horror Research 30, I saw The Devil.
Score.
I saw The Devil. You seen this one?
Awesome.
I might have seen this one.
I know I didn't, and I cannot wait to see it.
One of the best serial killer movies of the past.
I did see this
20
one.
Years.
Thank you.
It is so awesome. Good.
Yep. I think it came out on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So
I jumped around some places a while, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it also stars the actor who played Old Boy in the original Old Boy.
Oh,
okay.
I cannot remember his name. I feel horrible.
Yeah, you're right.
He is.
I know what character.
Like a gem of Korean cinema.
Didn't we review that, James, on our old show?
What? I saw The Devil?
No,
Old Boy. We did. No, we reviewed Old Boy.
I gotta find that. I'm gonna send you a list, Trevor.
Okay.
Our old co-host. Which shout out to Ibrahim, miss you. But if I still have this list saved on computer, I'm gonna send it to you, because there's some movies on there. I would like to know what you think of them, if you saw them and all that stuff. Because just from saying that movie,
okay.
Can you imagine the conversations with Trevor and Ibrahim, James?
Oh yeah, that'd be insane.
Sounds like somebody I'd love to meet. So.
This is I'm gonna.
Oh he's
he's hard to get a hold of, but I'm gonna try to, because I'm gonna show you this list though, Trevor, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Awesome.
I know you're gonna, because there's a lot on there I've never seen and heard of, and just some shit. And I know you've like he introduced.
He had some movies that were like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well,
And I was like, what the hell is this?
Are they simply in the horror genre, or are they just kind of all over the place?
No, just like
no,
not horror. No, actually, not horror at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But
the closest we got to horror violence was like the Raid movies. And
love
Old Boy.
those. Love
those are very
the Raid
good
movies. Which
that
honestly,
is one of the best sequels in history.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. It was nonstop violence. My eyes could not leave the screen.
The Raid 1 and 2 will be reviewed on STURD at some point, because that is something that is just wild enough to be over there. This is too. This could have been on STURD, but it just fit with the theme. It fits with the theme of the month as well. We had to do it. We had to do it.
That's just two movies, a whole bunch of ass kicking.
I do gotta, because you guys, like I said, with this whole backpacking with Sturdy, I'm going to try to every week order, some food.
That's right.
So this is what I got this time. And this time I was smart enough to, well, my wife took the pictures, but I was smart enough to like get the names of the foods and kind of put them with them, because you guys know.
And this is actually really from Japan, like Japanese style food.
It's from which I'll show you guys the menu in a minute.
Okay.
Because the food was good. Like I said, if the food's nasty, I'm not showing you. I'm not even going to mention the place. I'll show the food, but I'm not going to tell you where I got it from.
Hopefully every show you do this, you're going to show the picture, because I hope you don't have a restaurant that's nasty.
I'm going to show you the picture of the food every single episode, but I'm not going to show you the picture of the restaurant every single episode.
I see what you're saying.
Nasty.
I got you.
Just because I don't want to shit on, you know what I mean? I don't want to shit on people's restaurant. I don't want to do that.
No,
that's
I
not
hear you. That's true.
But this is what we got.
Ooh, let's see here.
And Eel Don, for the people that are listening, Eel Don Brewy. I thought it was okay. That's what my wife ordered. I thought
Did they put that sauce on it? They put that.
I think so.
Oh, I love that sauce. Man.
It was okay. I wasn't really crazy about it. It was like okay at best for me, maybe a little lower, but it wasn't because it was just I just don't like that. It wasn't for me.
Okay.
The chicken katsu, fire. Now that brown sauce stuff, didn't really care for it on the chicken, so I had to do the black thing and use hot sauce. But
the black thing.
That listen, man, I love Japan though. I love the food. I love your movies.
I hear you.
But
that chicken katsu looks good.
That stuff on the rice, fucking amazing. The dragon roll,
that
sushi consists of which I have a piece in front of me with some wasabi. I'm going to show that. I'm going to actually try that in the live.
Oh, you got to use wasabi, huh?
Yes, sir. Not a lot. I'm not going to go crazy with it. But it's eel, shrimp wrapped in red and white tuna.
Oh yeah.
And then this Japanese orange soda, it was fucking awesome, and I love the bottle.
Is it good?
Yes, because it's good.
I gotta try.
It's good. Like I want it again. I want to try all of them. Well, orange if they have. I don't drink.
All right, you gotta tell me the place of this if you don't show it. Where is it at? Because you're Schenectady, so I know it's close.
Oh, Van Branken. But
right
this place, right here.
Awesome.
Oh, it's right near me. What the fuck?
Yes. So
I didn't know it was near me.
For those of you that
this is basically around. This is like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah. Same with the other restaurant. And then those sodas right there. I'm gonna try the melon one next time. They didn't have strawberry. Yeah. But yes, this place right here.
Damn.
Maria's Japanese cuisine.
Okay.
If you're local, check this place out. It makes some really good food. Some really, really good food. I was very satisfied with, my chicken. I love, so good. I would get it again. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I have some
what's next week's movie from? What's next movie from?
Where's
it? You having to eat next week?
I'll look that up in a minute. I'll look that up in a second. But because I'm probably gonna need you guys to be talking about this movie. I'm gonna tell you matter of fact, we're gonna dive into ratings. I'm gonna tell you mine first, and I'm gonna eat this sushi with this wasabi. I don't know how hot the wasabi is. I haven't had wasabi in a while. I'm a big fan of sushi, but I'm gonna eat it. And so for this movie right here, Ichi the Killer, the movie is a 9. Okay, you guys can go ahead and chit chat.
I'm gonna give it an 8, solid 8.
8?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I'm gonna go with 9. Just because I mean it is also one of my all-time favorite films. This is a great introduction if you really like extreme cinema to a lineage of extreme cinema out of Japan. I know that so the first big Japanese pseudo horror extreme film to hit really big in the United States was Battle Royale, and that was directed by Kinji Fukasaku. Now, Fukasaku was known for everything from the Green Slime to the honor battles against honor and humanities. Just he was all over the place, and he was also this craftsman like Mike that literally could be hired, would create whatever vision that he wanted, and they'd allow him to do it. But he was a chameleon too. So if you like the work of Mike already, I highly recommend that you look into Kinji Fukasaku. And the last film that Fukasaku did was actually Battle Royale.
Nice.
So
that
I've never seen Battle Royale, but I heard
really,
it was good. Yeah.
there's two of them.
excellent. The sequel blows. His son is not a good director.
I'm gonna have to, I don't
Sorry.
remember the sequel. I got to rewatch it, but I remember the violence in that movie. It's way better than the Hunger Games because there's similarities to it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely influenced all those. Yeah.
So that's something else that's going to be on STURD Vision right there, Battle Royale. And I'll probably do them both. They won't be a double feature because it's so damn late. But we'll see. Unless, well, actually, if it's a double feature, it wouldn't be a watch party. It'll just be you watch them when you. Anyway, that was good. That sushi was good. I'm not a big fan of sushi, but that was
I'm
really,
glad you found. I'm glad you found one.
I found a sushi that I
awesome.
really like. Now I want to try that same thing with a little the wasabi on there, yes, but dip it in a little bit of soy sauce. But that was good.
Well, Sturdy, I have to say, when you posted to us about this show and such, I was thrilled that you were bringing in an element of food, because I don't know if your viewers know this or not, but you and your significant other are massive foodies. So I love to see you incorporate it. That was really awesome to see.
And what it is too is because it's that we both love horror, and then the food thing, and then it's like I want to start diving into other cultures with the horror stuff because I love, and so does James, and so do you, foreign horror. Just seeing something different, seeing something where
we're only at the tip of the iceberg of the stuff that's available. That's the thing.
I know.
There's so much just in film.
Yeah.
That, you don't know where to start sometimes.
Exactly. You don't. I searched one time. I just put Korean horror, and it's insane if so much shit comes up. I'm like, I don't know what to choose. My anxiety kicks in, so I randomly just have to hit a button and pick something.
And some of the best Korean horror is not even available on streaming services.
That is true. True. It's hard to find. Like I couldn't find one of those movies that you send there. I couldn't find it. It was the Pari. It's not even on our site.
The okay. I don't know
that
the Indian movie.
Yeah, Pari something. I couldn't find that one.
Which the one?
What country is that from?
I think it's India.
India.
Prada Mandir?
Yeah, I think that one.
Prada Mandir.
It's P-A-R-I.
That's a classic of Indian cinema.
It's P-A-R-I. Then underneath it, there's words. I don't know what the words are.
I have the movie covers, Trevor. I will get them to you.
I was just about ready to grab a large box set of Indian films. It is.
He's like, I've
seen it. Actually, if we're talking about like world stuff, not to get off Japan, but if you can, try to find a film called Mahal. And Mahal is a 2.5 hour reimagination of the Nightmare on Elm Street.
No way.
And it includes, of course, music. There's all kind of weird pseudo-teen romance and over-the-top dream sequences. Indian horror is either you love it or you hate it. So, yeah.
Fair.
I heard
to bring it
honestly,
back to
there's this
Japan.
one I want.
Yeah.
I heard there is a Forrest Gump version.
Oh, I mean, well,
I want to see it because it has to be hilarious.
Well, India does an amazing amount of ripoffs, but the ones that I think most of us as film lovers really hope the vaults open up on is Turkey. Because Turkey, for their exploitation, I mean, literally, there's these Turkish Star Trek. I mean, there's just their exploitation cinema was insane, but it crossed so many copyright violations it will probably never be available legally.
That sucks. That sucks, man.
They get a bootleg of something from like Canada or something. They're like Canadian The Office. They're like, we're making that. It tars out.
When you get a chance, Trevor, can you please oh shit, what the hell was I gonna ask you? Oh, the movie that you were just the Nightmare on Elm Street one. Can you please send me the title and cover to that?
Yeah, check that out. Okay, another. Okay, I got one more question about this movie, but I got a question for Trevor first.
Okay,
Trevor, I want to give you a little homework assignment. You might even answer it now because you got so much information.
A lot of random stuff bounces in between my ears.
You watch so many weird movies and all that shit.
And we love that, by the way.
Well, it means a lot.
Can you suggest me, it don't matter what country it's from, a horror movie, a really, really great horror movie that's in the paranormal realm that is like crazy? It can be crazy. It could be just like you think it's like so awesome, like weird. It could be weird.
So just be looking for a very good paranormal film that will scare you.
Listen, my goal is I challenge anybody to find a movie that can scare me.
The Changeling.
I seen it. Nope.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Ooh, that gives me something to think about then.
Yeah. I seen The Changeling. The Changeling is about the doppelganger thing, right?
Yeah, with George C. Scott and
with the boy,
with the opening with the truck.
Yeah.
That is an amazing film.
That's a good movie. That is a good movie. Did we
a paranormal movie? That's one of my favorites.
Is it a Christmas? Was it Christmassy?
No, it started out.
That's a different
in
one.
a snowstorm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me ponder that.
Okay.
Specifically paranormal. Okay.
Yeah. In that realm, it could be demons, anything, just anything in that side. Okay, so I got a question about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a good conclusion of exactly what was going on at the end of that movie? Like with the flashes at the end, where the old guy was hanging from a tree. You seen
that's a good fucking question.
The dude with the jaw unhinged in a bathtub.
Yep.
Where you're thinking, like, is he alive? How did he get there? But then you see a young kid that looked like a younger version of Ichi looking back at the old guy in the tree. What the fuck does that mean? I was like, I'm trying to think of what's going on. I was like, was that all brainwash illusion? Did something happen and this is all a dream?
Well,
I'm like, what happened here?
Before Trevor answers this really quick, and this is out of respect that I love for Trevor and his knowledge of a lot of shit and a lot of foreign stuff. He's our foreign correspondent.
Yeah,
when it comes to our movies over here, he's our horror foreign correspondent because he just
Yeah, we got our guys with the regular U.S. movie. He's like, "Fuck that, that's boring." I got you with all these foreign.
He's like, oh,
weird shit.
Yeah, like U.S. horror is like baby movies. Trevor,
yeah,
and I love it, man. I fucking love it.
Well, thank you. Oh, about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my interpretation. Like any good ending, you can read into it however you want. But my theory is that Gigi discovers that Kigihara is his son. And because Ichi is a son figure for Gigi and vice versa. And a lot of this movie is about disappointed relationships, and that includes familial relationships. So I think Gigi discovered something, whether it's his son or something that he lost in Kikihara. And from there, wait. Oh, okay. Hold that thought. I lost my thought. Where are we going with this?
It's I want to know, like the kid looking back, it looked like
Oh,
Ichi,
okay, okay.
and the
Oh,
dude in
yeah.
the tub.
Okay. So sorry about that momentary lapse of reason. The person hanging, in my opinion, is Gigi. He has killed himself because he has done the one thing that he never thought he would actually do, and that is potentially kill a long lost family member, something. It's very ambiguous. It could have even been a past lover. You just
Mm.
don't know. But he has hit a point where he finally hit a low. And the young man who looks just like Ichi, you're sure that Ichi is following, turns around and is the most cliched thing about the movie, in the fact that it's like, now that Ichi's dead and Gigi's dead, somebody is going to find somebody who was bullied and create them into a monster, because
Oh
they're
yeah.
just going to continue to bully them, and it's an endless cycle. That's why I thought.
Okay.
Wow.
So what about the scene? How do you end up in the bathtub? Where'd that come from?
That, I think, was like almost like a last ditch like thought or memory for him.
For him? Because
Yeah,
especially they
like,
had the jaw
his
drop.
what would be heaven for him, and that is in an area that is quiet, because of course you can't hear anymore, and also is set up for what potentially could be various tortures for his pleasure. So he potentially, through that one shot, has actually ascended where all other characters don't.
Okay.
Whether or not he does, it almost gives you this feeling like Kikihara got to like extreme sadomasochistic heaven.
Awesome. See,
Yeah.
this is why you
So
got. That's why you got to ask him these type of questions. He's the man to answer.
Yeah, because you get a
because
answer. You get a really
I
awesome
can't just
deep
watch
It's
answer.
like he
movies,
made the movie.
unfortunately. I regret that it's not just something I can be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit and watch a movie. No, I
That's
can't do that
awesome.
anymore. So
That's awesome. See, I didn't think of some of that. See, that was a good take on that. That could be setting up. You're right.
mhm,
It's a young kid who can repeat. He's going to be another
mhm,
Ichi. That is
yep,
totally true. Yeah,
yep.
that's
and,
crazy.
and and everything in it, ties to people, relationships,
Hmm.
love, death, loss. It is all cyclical. And it's a very simple basic reading of what can you pretty much put on anything, but I think it's applicable here.
Mm.
Mm. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had a feeling. I thought my highest score of this movie was going to be like a 6, the
Mhm.
highest,
Really?
because I was like, oh, it's going to be like a serial killer movie, no big deal, right?
Mhm.
I seen this. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
This might impress
This
you
shit, it was
also.
so surprising and dark. I just enjoyed it so much.
This is a real film geeky thing, but this might especially for you, James, is that this film was shot on 16 millimeter. It was blown up to 35.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So anybody who's watched a lot of films that 16 the best is your original, but it's a lesser film, that it could be shot on 16, and it was shot well enough on 16 that when they blew it up to 35 and put it in the aspect ratio that Miike actually wanted to be able to put the film in, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And that again, I mean, I've watched so many interviews with Tadashi Miike, and you learn to love him even more, because he is not in any way one of those directors is like, I. He avoids it like the plague. He's pointing out about, like, if it wasn't for the creativity for this group, this would be nothing. And my style is, I find people that really have passion and do good work, and I say, I want this, but you do it how you want. and that he said that leads to the people he works with to both be committed, but also to he likes the end result of his films more than like the CGI people he works with. They deliver above what he wants, but they are so driven that they always hate it because they felt they could have done it better. And that's the kind of relationship he has in the film community of Japan. He's a generally nice, soft-spoken dude.
Yeah, that's cool because it's
The
also like a
crazies always
humbling.
are.
It's a humbling thing too. It's like he knows if I didn't get these group of people here the best, this would not work. I can't do this myself.
I mean, he was making at one point as many as 7 or 8 films a year.
Damn. Yeah, so he's not taking all the credit. He's actually giving props to everybody around. So that's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Selfish.
It's what's the word I'm looking for? Commendable? Is that the word?
Oh yeah,
no?
definitely.
Yes. It's that.
That's awesome, man. I definitely check out
like a kid
more
in a
work.
candy store that he gets to make movies, and that kind of enthusiasm shows even in his latter work.
It's exciting. It's like because you see this and then like just hearing from what you're saying, because you can see it in the work, you could see it in this film from Ichi the Killer, the passion that this guy has for creating film. And then this, even though the film has its silliness to it, there's still a story there. And it's, again, I couldn't turn my head away from this movie. I'm just like, what the I can't wait to talk about this.
I got a comparison question real quick. Do you believe? I think so. It might be, I think everybody probably does. But do you think Japan directors, like for exactly, especially how you talked about this one, Miki, are more passionate about their work than US directors? The reason I say that is even for animes. So the person who created Dragon Ball died recently. They did memorial YouTube videos. They did like lit candles for this guy. Like he was a god. They take it so serious of like someone, just a director, they put on a high pedestal. Like, thank you very much for giving us this media, this content that I grew up with, and blah blah blah. Can you name like what about a U.S. director? You think someone out of all the directors these days, someone passes away and someone's going to be that heartfelt and make YouTube memorials and everything for it? And all that?
No, Scorsese.
For
you think so?
Months, of course. Yeah.
I think for Scorsese. But
okay. I couldn't think of one on top of my head who would do it for. I'm like, I was like Spielberg, maybe. I was like Lucas probably because of Star Wars. You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of them.
Don't get me started on Lucas. I'm not a huge fan.
Not now.
Like not now.
THX was a great movie, but I'll keep my
James.
mouth shut.
By the way, I have an answer for your question.
Which one?
I do have an answer for your question. Which one?
Was I right? Is it 5 inches?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
what I am gonna say is this right here. It's a Korean horror film. I Saw the Devil. So we are backpacking to Korea next week, which means we get some Korean cuisine. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I have something written down. I got to find the paper actually from something I was watching on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you the YouTube channel because they're not paying me.
No,
and it's not a personal friends channel. But
you ever eat kimchi?
I think I've tried it. I don't like it. It's real.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like fermented
dish, but
I don't like fermented.
Yes.
I don't like fermented stuff.
My wife loves it, but me, no.
I can't handle it. The vinegar, I can't do it. Ooh, give me a chill down my spine just thinking about it. I don't even like salt and vinegar chips. I can't do that shit.
I love those. Now, without saying anything about the film, if you have seen this film, have you seen this film, Trevor? I Saw the Devil?
I've seen it.
You both have seen it.
I remember it now 100% because I just watched it just as I thought it was a different type of movie. I thought it was like paranormal movie or something because it said I saw the devil. I didn't read what it was about. I just clicked it.
Okay.
And I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, but
it's good. It's good though.
I
It's
can't
good.
wait. I'm so excited for it. And Trevor, I hope to have you here again next week.
I will.
Because
It's a great film.
This was
Awesome.
fun. And I can't wait to see what I'm gonna have, what cuisine I'm gonna be enjoying next week. Like I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, some Korean.
Oh,
Get some Korean barbecue.
Ichi the Killer.
Well, thank you very, very much for having me on.
Always,
Always. Of course, Trevor. This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I feel smart now. I learned something.
No, you know what it is? It's like
I walk into a bathroom and forget why I'm there on a regular basis. So
hey, that's fine.
My mind works in very mysterious ways.
Hey, you know why? Because it's empty, and so you put more knowledge in about movies. Yeah. You're getting rid of the nonsense shit.
Bullshit.
You're like, I don't need to remember how to pee.
Yeah,
I need to fit this movie in.
Yeah, exactly. But it's such a unique thing, like with these movies. And I had, like I said, Trevor, I was like, I gotta get you on here. As soon as you were like, hey, can I come on for this? I was like, of course, hell yeah, please come on here. Because I know.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Just from our conversations before, though, when foreign horror was one thing we talked about, and you just talked about how you loved it. And honestly, I think I just forgot to hit you up today. I don't know if you were busy last Thursday or I forgot to hit you up last week. I probably just forgot to hit you up. Kicking off the Backpacking was 30. Because I know you love foreign horror, and as soon as you said something, I'm just like, I knew I was forgetting somebody.
Yeah, right.
You know how it's like when you know how like for especially for like certain for like the show for like certain episodes or certain movies, I'm like, I know James is gonna be here, but like I know there's certain friends of mine that are gonna enjoy this that I know would love this type of movie that or are they seen it and they love it, whatever the case may be. And for what I've learned from you, Trevor, is strange horror and foreign horror, 100%.
Well, especially foreign horror that has some fucked up weird shit in it.
Even better.
That's definitely
even better.
That's just 100% his.
James, you asked a question. I'm going to answer it for you real quick because otherwise it's going to drive me crazy. You'd ask about how directors and creators possibly are held in higher esteem in countries like Japan versus the United States. Is very true. And directors and in the case of Mike, he did his time in the video market and TV market. That's where he did his time. And other directors like Suzuki and Toru Ishii, who ended up becoming very prominent directors by working their butt off in other people's stuff, and then were allowed to you're not necessarily going to make the money back for the movie, but you're going to make an interesting movie. And, so that's when you get into like some of the 1970s, 1980s Japanese films are so interesting. So there is an appreciation because I think the easiest way to say it, based on how people would normally feel, is the similarities and difference between, Godzilla and Seven Samurai is that Honda, the director of Godzilla, worked very closely with Akira Kurosawa to the point that up till his death, he was assistant director on about 5 or 6 films. They had such a beautiful working relationship. And in Japan, they are both put almost on equal level, where that would not happen in the United States.
Oh, no.
That kind of respect based on, not just craftsmanship, but how a creator could change culture, I think is more appreciated by, more arts centric, or in the case of Japan, subcultured looniness, is more likely to do that. It's very much a fan culture too.
Yeah.
Puts us to shame.
Yeah,
how crazy.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with the wildness, yes. And again,
yes.
I can't wait.
It's music too, man. There's a band called Baby Metal. Japan is obsessed with
the Coffins, awesome death metal. Jism, awesome punk noise from Japan. GISM, Check
I
them
think I
out.
heard of them.
Crazy, wonderful
Yep.
stuff. Japanese metal and Japanese punk is awesome. So,
yeah, it is.
Nice.
cool.
But we're gonna wrap this one up because I got to go night soon.
Me
But I
too.
will say
Same here.
this was a fun fucking time.
This is a lot of fun.
Great time.
This
Thank
was a
you, guys.
fun, of course, time.
Mhm.
And again, people, listen, get your passports, pack your bags, because we're going to Korea next week.
One quick
I
thing.
did that,
I know
James.
we're
Yeah,
in
go
a
ahead.
hurry, but I just have to. So I did send you an image, and the
Oh,
image
yes.
was Idol Warrior. So bring that up, and before you do it, this was a television show that was created, directed, and also created the equivalent
Oh, the
of
last
a
one.
all-girl Japanese menudo by the same director that made Ichi the Killer. This is kawaii to the point that it gives you diabetes. So pop it up there.
What?
Both.
Oh,
You can't really see it too
shit.
well, but yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah, and this spawned multiple spin-offs
God.
and made amazing amounts of money through touring and the sale of music.
This is the
It's
most
the same,
bubblegum shit I've ever seen in my life.
and the same guy who did this, Visitor Q, all kind of crazy movies, Audition,
That's crazy.
same person. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. When I say chameleon, he's a chameleon.
That is crazy because it's, again, how do you go from...
That's just a fucking... It just means his mind is warped, man.
Yep.
He knows how to turn that shit on and off.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to turn that shit on and off. But Ichi the Killer, guys, if you haven't seen it, go see it. And again, get your bags packed. You know, if you're doing the whole food thing like I am, put a couple dollars to the side. And next Thursday, we're going to get some Korean food.
Maybe I'll try.
I Saw the Devil, and we're going to review it. Yeah, the wife would probably love it if you're like, hey, listen, next Thursday, let's order out. Let's get some Korean and see where we're going the following Thursday. It's only once a week. And you order in.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, people, I've been using my practice chopsticks. Not every day. Only when I've been ordering out. I'm going to keep doing it.
So I guess if you want to call that practice, then.
Hey, listen.
He's practiced while he's eating.
Yeah, well, how else am I going to practice?
No, well, you're supposed to practice every day. Just use them and pick up shit.
Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax
Maybe,
off.
James. Depending on the food. Because some shit, it's just like, fucking give me a spoon. Like, rice is just a pain in the ass.
Rice is hard. You basically got to balance it on one of the sticks.
Yeah, it's
but
rough.
Sushi and everything's easy. I can pick up sushi.
Well, yeah, sushi. But again, I'm using my practice ones.
Yeah, you just stab it. Actually, you can't. You think you can. The fucking seaweed wrap comes right off. It falls apart on you when you do that shit.
So again, next week, Korea. This week, Japan. If you have not seen Ichi the Killer, definitely go check it out. I highly recommend it.
Lot of trigger warnings.
Yes. Again, you've heard some of the conversation from someone cutting their own tongue out, to just a bunch of wild shit. A bunch of wild
Nipples
shit.
getting cut off. Little some R scenes, if you know what they mean.
Get rid of the nips. Get rid of the nips. It was censorship, man. You're not allowed to show nipples, I guess.
Yeah.
But people, listen. Make sure you go check out Ambassador Radio.
Thank you.
Friend Trevor over here.
Thank you again for having me.
Oh, of course.
Always.
I gotta talk to Rishin about where this dumbass button is. But listen, people. Make sure you go check out Ambassador Radio. Of course, check out Popcorn and Pints, which are going to be live this Saturday, reviewing Freaky Friday and Haunted Mansion. I know.
I won't be there. Don't cry.
Yeah, he's going somewhere else, but he'll be back the following week. He better be. And tomorrow night on STURD Vision, we are reviewing the movie Here for Blood. So I hope you're here for that, because it's gonna be a good time. Watch party over in the Discord and review at midnight. But with that said, we're gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna thank my guests, of course. Thank my co-host James.
Always.
And we're out of here. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace. And hey, listen. This what while we're going through this awesome journey, the backpack of Search 30, doing these foreign films, everybody open yourself up to something new. That's what this is about. Open yourself up to something different. Open yourself up to a different culture. Do it with movies and food.
Stop trying to wait for those new fucking theater releases.
No, you can still do that. You can still go to the theaters.
Fly. Spread your wings.
But check these out and check some of these foods out. I'm telling you, it's good. It's fun. It's fun.
It's the subtitles. People hate fucking reading. I get it.
You only live once.
Yeah.
You get used to the subtitles, people. Give it a shot.
It's worth it. Even if you have to watch the dubbed. No. You have to watch it with the subtitles. No. It takes the dubbed versions take away. I understand if you have to at certain times, but they take away.
I barely watch the dubbed version for anime. Fuck that dub shit.
It's But we're gonna get out of here, though, people, because we're gonna end up starting to talk for another hour.
Yeah, we're gonna have another topic.
We are gonna get into a hentai thing. So
yeah,
gotta get up early.
Thank you guys so much.
You guys have a great night. I'll see you.